What is up, guys? Zemrex HD here, coming at you guys with a brand new video. So for today's video, I just wanted to try something out a little different, something to get away from the gaming. So today, I'm going to be telling you guys a life story. And this life story is the life story of how I almost died. Oh, and also, before I start the video, I just want to thank you guys for all of the support that you guys gave me on my last video. You guys blew up the comment section with suggestions, which is what I wanted, so I just want to thank you guys so much. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So guys, since I'm telling you the life story of how I almost died, I'm not going to cut the footage, even if I do stutter like, I'm just going to keep it going, because I want it to be more raw that way, just so you guys get like the full experience. So, for today's life story, I'm going to tell you guys about how I almost died. So at the time, I was, I think, 8 years old, and we lived on this big 100-acre ranch out in a, on a ranch, just like a dig site type thing. And it was actually really cool. We lived there for 9 years, but we actually just recently moved, which sort of allowed me to get my gaming setup going. But anyways, back to the story. So we had this thing called a Yamaha Rhino 900, which was actually like a utility vehicle that we used to go around the ranch to, get from to and fro, or get to place, or get from point A to point B. You get the gist. But anyways, we had one of those, and I would drive it when I was like a lot younger. I started driving it when I was like 5 years old. I was on TV. It was called Cash and Treasures for digging petrified wood, which is just like wood when over a long period of time it actually like hardens and actually turns into rocks, which is actually really cool. I'm actually really good at digging it, so it's cool. I can make a video on it or something once I get a little better. Well, not just better, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, so I would drive this thing around, and my dad would obviously be in it with me, but I was actually good at driving. Like, I've always been good at driving and doing that sort of thing. But so I get in it this one day, and we're just driving. And keep in mind, I was like 8 years old, so we're driving around in this thing, and we had like, there were two properties on the proper, like two houses on the property, and one of them had like a really long driveway, which is where we live, which is where we resided, and then we always rented out or let our relatives live in. There was a smaller white house, and you had to go from the road to get there. That wasn't the only way you could get there, but that was one of the ways that you could get there. So anyways, we're driving, we're coming back from the ranch, from the dig site. We're driving on the road, and we have this turn in, and there's a dip in the turn in, so we're just like, I'm driving, and then I hit the dip, and what happened was I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and keep in mind, I was 8 years old, and so we're just driving, and then I hit the dip, and then I, like, fall out of the side of it, but my head is still, like, my body is inside of it, my foot's, like, caught on the gas pedal, like, right under the gas pedal, and the thing's, like, like, my foot was still barely on it, like pushing it down, so it was still going. And there was barbed wire. The barbed wire cut my face open. I'm super lucky it didn't get in my eye, because if it would have, I probably would have gone blind. Actually, I really would have gone blind. But so we're just like, this is happening, and then I fall out of it, and it almost runs me over. It almost runs over my head. Like, my head would have exploded if it would have ran over me. Like, I would have been dead. And I was only 8 years old, guys. So, I just wanted to come at you guys with a different type of video. This was actually the video telling you guys how I almost actually died. Being a little rebel, being the rebel that I am, because you guys know I'm Xerax HD, so I gotta, rebel against the system. No, I'm just kidding. Government, please don't kill me. But, yeah, so I just want to thank you guys for all the support on my last video. I thought I'd bring you guys something a little different today, which was actually a life story. And, I just really want to thank you guys. You guys are awesome, and thank you guys for being so supportive. But this has been Xerax HD, and I'm out.